GCMMA boys and gentlemen, we are back. Of course, we want to address the elephant in the room. We did have to take a little bit of a break. We're not ever going to be the people that are going to make excuses about things or try to, justify things in a way that aren't really true. We needed to take a break, boys. Views were down, morale was down. We needed to reset, think through a few things, and I can't even tell you how excited we are for this new year of UFC.
Yeah, if you thought that was going to be the end of GCMMA, you're sadly mistaken. We are back, and we got a little long shot cooked up for this card. Hopefully we can start the new year off strong. But yeah, like you said, there's a lot of shit going on the last couple months of the year. Morale was down. We were getting wiped on damn near every fucking UFC, football, everything. We were getting wiped, but
NCAA all of a sudden doesn't cash.
Yeah, but we kind of ended the year off with a few UFC long shot parlays hitting, so it gave us the hope and the energy to come back to you guys, and hopefully this week we can cash some long shot parlay and record a nice little live reaction to the card.
Yeah, and I mean, guys, we want it to be clear as well, don't think that we just don't give a shit about this, meaning, we do genuinely enjoy making the videos, even if people don't really watch them like that, and there's just a few people that watch them, this is the shit that we love and we do anyways, so to record it and try and build an audience around that is really fun. And it definitely, from the week that we didn't upload till now, we had said it to each other GCMMA is gonna be back, let's just give it a break till the next year starts or whatever. And so we are super excited to be back. Of course, we have learned a ton over these last 2 years of doing it, and we're very excited for 2026 with the new Paramount cards and everything like that, and we're just happy to get into it, boys.
Yeah, boys, let's get right into it. First fight on the card, we got Ty Miller versus Adam Fugitt. I'm fading Adam Fugitt here. He just got knocked out not even 6 months ago, guys, by Islam Dulatov. And Ty Miller is undefeated. I know he only has 6 wins, but...
Who was the guy he fought in the Contender Series?
Jimmy Drago. Yeah,
Bro.
I know it's experience.
A unanimous decision over Jimmy Drago?
Yeah, I mean, but dude,
if he dies, he dies. Drago, get the fuck out of here,
redneck version of that guy, but I'm gonna just take Ty Miller, but
it's a pure fade of Adam Fugitt,
yeah,
but it's just I feel like in situations like this, the UFC's matchmaking is very intentional. Yeah. Do they want Adam Fugitt to win another fight, or do they want this guy on the Contender Series?
37-year-old Adam Fugitt,
who's not done shit in the UFC. We said this before, guys. A lot of the times, the UFC will try and build up the guys from the Contender Series to validate its existence, or to try to have contenders in divisions and be oh yeah, they came from the Contender Series. So then people who don't watch it are gonna be oh damn, this person's a contender. I'd never heard of them. They're from the Contender Series. I should probably start tuning into that on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. I definitely feel like they do try and push these guys, which I mean it is understandable, but in this sense, Adam Fugitt is nothing to be afraid of. So give me Ty Miller, to be honest.
But am I laying minus 400?
This is not a bet.
No, I would not recommend that. But moving on, we got Ricky Turcios versus Cameron Smotherman. Definitely fading Ricky Turcios. I'm gonna take Cameron Smotherman. I don't think Cameron Smotherman is
the baby face killer.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's the rawest guy on the roster. I'm just saying Ricky Turcios just looks like he doesn't want to be in there or in the octagon whenever he fights. I'm on when he fought Raul Rosas Jr. and he was trying to chirp and shit in the fight. It just didn't rub off very well. I mean, so I'm fading him. I'm taking Cameron Smotherman.
Yeah, and like, I don't know if this is the same case for you guys, but when I stick my neck out for a fighter, defend them, hype them up. Oh, dude, I'm betting him because he's got the experience over so and so, and they fuck you as badly as Ricky Turcios fucked us multiple times for betting him.
We're not.
I don't give a damn who he's fighting. I am fading him. I'm probably not going to bet it because Cameron Smotherman hasn't really impressed me that much in the UFC.
-280.
He beat Jake, or what was that British flyweight's name?
Hadley.
Jake Hadley. Yeah. He beat that guy and then lost to
Surrey City and Ricky Simone. Well,
those aren't terrible losses.
And Ricky Simone, I'm pretty sure, was short notice because those fights were only a month apart.
Yeah, those are excusable losses. Like I said, I'll pick him, but just Ricky Turcios, fuck you. Like, to be completely
Seriously,
honest.
guys, we lost a lot of money betting on that fucking guy.
And lost a lot of fucking dignity.
Okay, next up, boys. Josh Hokit versus Denzel Freeman. I'm going Josh Hokit by knockout here, boys. UFC obviously wants this guy to be running shit and become one of, like, probably like a next Colby Covington type of personality. Type of personality. So they're giving him this layup. I just checked Hard Rock Bet 5 minutes before we started recording, and Josh Hokit by knockout is plus 300. I'm gonna lay that. You gotta lay that. I'm gonna parlay it. I'm gonna lay it straight up. But Denzel Freeman was getting a lot of hype in his fight a month ago against that Marek Bujalo guy, and a lot of people were taking him
as shit.
Yeah, a lot of
Matty Betts took him by finish.
Yeah, he took this guy by knockout. I'm hearing people, watch out for this guy, and then I'm going on Tapology, and his picture, he's wearing a fucking WWE shirt. Like, I fuck with WWE. I liked it as a kid,
but
watching
he's
it.
Not in the WWE.
Yeah, or is he like?
He's a UFC
You're
fighter.
You're a UFC fighter with a WWE. Like, what is this guy doing? That's what I'm saying.
No, bro, you missed the most important part. What is this fucking guy's nickname? Denzel Luke Fox Freeman?
We're going Hokit.
What the fuck is that?
Hokit by knockout plus 300.
What is Hokit's nickname?
The Incredible Hulk.
Okay, guys, close your eyes. Let's say you don't know who Josh Hokit is, you don't know Denzel Freeman, but you have to imagine a fight.
Wait, hold on. I'm. That's not his nickname. Josh Hokit's nickname is the Incredible Hawk. Oh, dude,
give me the Incredible Hawk, bro.
Dude, I'm taking his ass by knockout. Plus 300 banger.
I don't care. I do not care how corny the guy is, how corny anybody thinks he is. He gets on the mic, he's trash talking, and he goes by a play on words with his last name, the Incredible Hawk.
I'm taking him by knockout.
I fuck with this guy.
First bet of the fucking card, boys. Plus 300 winning method.
Knockout, okay.
Knockout. Let's keep going.
I agree with that.
We got Michael Johnson versus Alexander Hernandez. This is honestly one of the harder fights to pick on this card, in my opinion. Because, like, when Michael Johnson gets active on the feet, he is dangerous as fuck. Like, even at this age, he can still run shit on the feet. Alexander Hernandez, he's pretty good on the feet as well. And he's coming off a really nice win streak over Hubbard, Diego Ferreira, Chase Hooper. Those are pretty, besides Hubbard, Austin Hubbard fucking sucks. And we lost some money betting on his ass too, but I'm gonna go Michael Johnson here. I don't think I'm gonna bet this fight. I'm not gonna die on a hill over any pick, but I just lean Michael Johnson. I think he knows he's probably towards the end of his career, and he's probably gonna want to retire off a win or something here. He's 39 fucking years old, but he still can get active on the feet. I know Alex Hernandez is a bit younger, but I think the striking of Michael Johnson will be able to take him to a win here by decision, maybe a knockout, but if Alex Hernandez wins, I'm not going to be surprised. Like, Michael Johnson is fucking 39, but I think he's got one last good performance in him before he's cooked.
Yeah, it's a very difficult fight to predict for those reasons. And, like, for me, was just talking with one of my buddies earlier today about the Gaethje debut against Michael Johnson. And you see back in like 2017 when Michael Johnson was like ranked number 5 in that division and he was like in his prime, basically, he was like letting shit fly. Like he either knocked out Poirier or Tony Ferguson. I can't remember which of the two it was, but I know he had like a big upset knockout against one of the two of them. But that's besides the point. That was a while ago.
I want to say it was Poirier.
But I bet him against Daniel Zellhuber, and I don't know if Zellhuber is just a fraud or what, but like Michael Johnson, these guys are both on win streaks is the problem. I've picked Hernandez, I've faded Hernandez, I've lost. Like, it's difficult to pick this guy's fights, and Michael Johnson's on a win streak now too, and I just feel like Alexander Hernandez has slowed down significantly in the fight with Hubbard, in the fight with Hollabaugh. With Hollabaugh, he was resorting to the takedowns.
They were keeping it close.
He got Chase Hooper out of there quick. So I'm just saying, if this is a 3-round fight of Michael Johnson, like letting his hands fly, like I don't know if Alexander Hernandez really is gonna do very. Or not very well, but necessarily as well as he has up until this point. So I'll probably have to go Michael Johnson. I'm not going to bet it. It's too close of a fight, unfortunately. I'm not confident one way or another, but I do pick Michael Johnson here.
Moving on, boys. We've got Alex Perez versus Charles Johnson. I think Charles Johnson wins this fight pretty easily. I mean, Charles Johnson is not a shitty fighter. He has a knockout win over the current champion. Like, Charles Johnson is a good fighter. He's really good on the feet, and I cannot say the same about Alex Perez. He's on a 2-fight losing streak.
He's been getting main events for no reason and shit.
Yeah, submitted by Asu Amabayev, who we've always been on that fucking guy on this channel. Knocked out by Tatsuro Taira. I mean, can't really get on him too much about that, but like, this guy's only win in his last 5 fights is over Mateus Nicolau,
who isn't even in the UFC.
Yeah, that
anymore.
Dude, real shit. We called that bluff on that guy forever when he was ranked number 5 and people were like hyping him up. We called the bluff on his ass. Didn't we pick Alex Perez to win that? There was no way we took Mateus Nicolau in that fight.
I really can't remember.
I'd like to think we picked...
I definitely picked Nicolau in one fight. I just can't remember which one it was, bro. But basically what he's trying to say is, since we've started watching the UFC, Alex Perez hasn't done a damn thing. And yet he's still ranked and he's getting main events and shit. It's just like... Yeah, it's like the Henry Cejudo of the flyweight division. It's just like... They really suck. They're not winning fights anymore. They haven't done shit in like 5 years. So for that reason alone, I'm definitely going to have to go Charles Johnson. Loner Kavanaugh, probably not as good as Alex Perez. Like, I don't want to say Alex Perez is the worst guy in the division.
I would pick Kavanaugh to beat Perez.
It's just the fact that, I mean, both of Charles Johnson's finishes in his recent ones were like the hungry, aggressive strikers, Josh Van and Kavanaugh. So we'll see what he does in this. I was really pissed because I bet him as a dog in his last fight against, like, what was it, Temurev or some shit?
Yeah, Tamirov.
What was it?
Ramazan Tamirov.
Yeah, exactly. He pissed me off, but I'll still pick him here. I do think he's a pretty talented guy.
Yeah, I would be down to bet him too. We'll see what it gets on, what the balance is looking like by Saturday, but I would be down to bet Charles Johnson. Moving on, we got Nikita Krylov versus Modestas Bukauskas. I'm not picking Nikita Krylov again. Like he's not been the same fighter. He hasn't been the same guy. Like before he came back, we were literally on this channel talking about, yo, I can't wait for Nikita Krylov to come back. Like I want to see what he's been on. He has not looked like the same fighter, and he's looked like shit in both fights. Knocked out by Bogdan Guskov, knocked out by Dominic Reyes. Back-to-back knockouts in under a year.
Bukauskas is finishing fights too, bro.
Yeah, he's on a 4-fight win streak right now. I know he knocked out Paul Craig, which is not the best achievement, but still, he's been running shit.
Yeah, I mean, boys, like, for those you may remember, just like in one of our earlier videos, we were getting on his ass for his name. Like, I remember a short where we were mocking him. We said, we were running that. Like, we were getting on this guy, but this guy is fucking raw. Like, I mean, let me take that back. He's not necessarily raw, but he's good enough to run it against someone who's knockout prone at this point, like Krylov. Like, guys, Krylov hasn't been like getting tagged and it's like, come on, ref, that was early. He has been getting like knocked
Looney Tunes knocked the fuck out. Like he's flopping all over the place.
I could see Modestas Bukauskas like hitting.
And that's in under a year, bro.
Yeah.
Like literally knocked out by Dominic Reyes 9 months ago. Knocked out by Bogdan Guskov 5 months ago. Like
yeah.
Did we bet him by knockout?
Fuck, less than a year. That's gonna be less than 6 months,
dude. Bro, as I'm going through this, I'm liking a fucking prop parlay long shot to add on.
Bukauskas by finish.
By finish.
Just watch him get the submission.
Yeah, let's do let's do him by finish. Hokit by knockout. And as we keep going, we can
who all did he beat though?
Bukauskas.
Yeah.
Paul Craig knockout. Iton Kutalaba split decision. Rafael Kakera knockout. Submitted Marcin Prashnev.
Okay.
Let's take him by finish, bro.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought he fought Jimmy Crute, but that must have been fucking Marcin Prashnev.
A safer bet on the card would probably be fight to not go the distance, but who knows the juice on that line.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
But I kind of like that parlay as we're cooking up. Bukauskas by finish, Hokit by KO. Let's keep going and seeing if we're liking anything else. Next up, we got Ateba Gautier versus Andre Pulaev. And boys, this might sound crazy, but we both agree here. Ateba Gautier is due for a fraud check. It may not be this guy, but sometime down the road, he's going to get fraud checked. I personally think it's going to be this Saturday. But the way, like, sure, this guy has power, but he
thinks he is raw.
He thinks he's raw as fuck, and I don't think he's, like...
He's not even been in a fight yet.
Yeah, he's just... Robert Valentin is a fucking fraud. And it's in himself.
It's victory or Valhalla.
And then Tristan Vines, that...
And what was before that?
Jose Medina. That guy sucked.
Andre Pulaev, yes, he's fought Nick Klein and CLD. But listen, Gautier might have more power than CLD, but I just think that not getting finished in a 3-round fight by Christian Leroy Duncan, like a very talented striker, and he's got good takedowns and shit like that. The fact that he lost the fight convincingly, but I don't think he's just going to go in there and get folded like some of these other guys. And like he said, the best way I can say it is, it might not be this fight, but he is going to get fraud checked in 2020. If he has another fight out. He's either getting fraud checked in this fight or the next one or the next one after that at most, bro.
Yeah, I'm not buying into this guy, especially, and this is more of a value play in itself. Like, this is just worth a bet in the sense of value. In no world
1,000?
should this guy be a minus 1,000 favorite over Pulaev, who's a good fighter in himself. Like, you can't even I feel like to be minus 1,000 over somebody, you have to have levels of skill above that certain person, because
especially in UFC.
Yeah, in UFC of all things, like anybody can knock anybody out damn near in this sport. And to be minus 1,000, you're gonna need a little more, in my opinion, than the fact that you have power to knock people out. This guy's gas tank is completely unproven. If Pulaev survives the early rounds and comes in there and makes him fight and gasses Ateba Gautier
goes for takedowns, maybe
like this guy should by no means be at minus 1,000. So I'm definitely gonna end up betting Pulaev based on value alone.
Long
like,
shot. Hokit by knockout.
Holy
Bukauskas by finish. Fucking Pulaev.
Money line.
Yes. Yeah.
We don't need to add anything more to that. I mean, let's
there
see.
Might be some other good props. Deiveson Figueiredo money line.
Okay, that's how to fucking throw the parlay down the drain.
Rather donate the money.
Alright, dude, hold on. Let me put this in real quick. Hokit by KO plus 300. Bukauskas by finish. Yes. Minus 105, not even plus.
Dude, that is. But I mean, still.
But I mean, that means decent. The book knows. Because look, he's minus 155 and his line to been. Yeah, see, like, they know. And that fucking Pulaev, it dropped. Remember the other day it was plus 600? That's lower than. Bro, that's lower odds than the Justin Gaethje.
Yeah, fuck that.
I mean,
plus 50 plus 5,700, dude. That's lower odds than that is still a fat ass parlay.
It is, but like the fact that it's lower odds
CLV
makes it.
CLV.
Hokit by, dude.
We'll come back to that. It's a thought. It's just
We're throwing shit at the wall here, boys. But yeah, Pulaev, I think is worth a shot with the bonus bet, a free play if you're not taking our word 100%. But it's worth a shot, boys.
This next fight is pretty straightforward.
Umar Nurmagomedov versus Deiveson Figueiredo on the prelims, and Rose Namajunas is on the main card. Kind of fucked.
Gotta be kidding.
But yeah, I'm just gonna go Umar here. I'm not gonna lay him at minus 1,600, but also not picking Figueiredo.
I don't really have too much to say, boys. I just feel like Figueiredo's kind of been at a stalemate over the past few years in his career. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, he moved up to bantamweight. He beat Rob Font by decision. Beat some other guy he beat Chito Vera by decision or whatever, but now he's lost. I can't remember who he lost to before Umar, but
no, remember he beat Montel Jackson in a split decision, and then before that he was knocked out by Cortes-Acosta.
Wait, before Sandhagen though, who was it?
Peter Yan.
Peter Yan in the main event. That's right, Peter Yan.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, give me Umar Nurmagomedov. Let's not spend any more time on it, guys.
Why is Umar even fighting this fucking guy?
Because they want him to get a finish so they can hype up a title fight.
Yeah, I mean, no shit. Like, why is he fighting Figueiredo after losing a title fight and then coming off a win?
The thing about this, though, there's less value in taking Figueiredo than there is Pulaev, because Pulaev actually has a better chance of winning than Figueiredo sucks.
And Umar is actually good, as much as I don't fuck with him. But yeah, boys, that was pretty straightforward. That was the last card of the prelims. Moving on to the main event, or the main card, we got Arnold Allen versus Sean Silva. I'm going John Silva here. I know we picked him in his last fight against Diego Lopez, but we both knew going into that. I always knew like Diego Lopez is raw as fuck. I've always said that. I just thought that John Silva had more dog in him, but we were mistaken.
That shit was just a fucking really good fight. Like, no matter. I bet on. I don't think I did bet that card. I definitely picked Gene Silva though. Not that I was hating on Diego Lopez or anything. It was just like I thought. Gene Silva's got the aura, he's got the skill, whatever, and that was a really good fight. But I mean, Diego Lopez, low key, stepped up to the plate and like reminded everybody like he's like a finisher of the fights at nature. And I mean, just because of the fight because let's be honest, he didn't finish Ige, he didn't finish Ortega, he lost to Volkanovski. Like, people may have started thinking, John Silva is going to go in there. The fact that he knocked that guy out is really raw, and I look forward to his fight against Volkanovski. But that being said, Arnold Allen is one of those like well-rounded ass fighters, but he's not necessarily like super like, dude, you do not want to get in there with Arnold Allen. Like, he's not going to knock you out. He's not going to submit you.
And I'm tired of, like, that's the thing. I think that's another reason why I like John Silva, now that you said that, is that the way to beat John Silva is to not be afraid to run it with him. Because, like, I feel like the way John Silva knocks a lot of people out is they try to ride the fight. They try to be, instead of worrying about knocking John Silva out, they're more worried about protecting themselves and winning a decision or outpointing him or being up on strikes against him. Like Drew Dober, for instance. Like, Drew Dober was throwing heat, but there was chances in that fight where he could have went in a little more when he had him wobbled and try to finish the fight, but he was reluctant because he was afraid of the power of John Silva. And I think Arnold Allen is not going to be the type to be in that fight trying to run it with John Silva.
If Arnold Allen comes in and does run that, I will fuck with him heavy. But I don't see him being that type of fighter. The only time I've seen him finish a fight was when Dan Hooker went back down to 145. Like, I just, a guy like Silva, who's as explosive as he is, I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I mean, they do have Silva at minus 300. I mean, I think he wins that. He cashes, but minus 300.
I would bet it. I would personally bet it.
Probably take him by knockout, because like if it goes to decision,
he might submit him, bro.
Or by finish. Yeah, you're right. It's more, if it goes to decision, I feel like it's probably slightly more likely that Arnold Allen wins a decision. So if you're gonna bet Silva, I think the smarter play would to bet him by finish instead of laying the minus 300. But moving on, Natalia Silva, Rose Namajunas. Moving on, Waldo, Cortes-Acosta versus Derrick Lewis.
Guys, are we picking with our heart or are we picking with our mind here?
We have faded Waldo Acosta. Literally, did we fade him in the last time against Shamil Gaziyev? I don't think we bet. I'm pretty sure that was a month ago.
Yeah, we picked Gaziyev, but we did not bet on him. Yeah. But we have basically picked against him every fucking time.
And honestly, boys,
who did he lose to?
He lost to Sergey Pavlovich.
I did bet on Pavlovich against him, so yeah.
By decision.
Guys, like, the Black Beast, he is one of our favorite fighters. Like, all of our friends love fucking Derrick Lewis. And I'm picking him because I hope he wins. But if I was betting money on this, or like giving you logistically what's the more likely thing to happen, Waldo Cortes-Acosta might just be better than we're giving him credit for, and he might knock Derrick Lewis out. But I want Derrick Lewis to win. So take that for what you will. Derrick Lewis is on a bit of a win streak. I know the company likes him. The company likes Waldo as well, but the company likes Derrick Lewis. So we'll definitely see what happens, boys.
Guys, like you said, we fucking love Derrick Lewis, and I'm not going to fade him in this fight. I'm going to take him. I think he You can never count Derrick Lewis out, and he's always live for a fucking knockout. And I feel like we faded Waldo Costa so many times that we're due to actually be right. And I think this is the time we can be right about it. And that brings us to the little long shot we were thinking of. I know earlier we said Hokit by KO, Bukauskas
Pulaev money line.
By finish, Pulaev money line. But honestly, I would probably do John Silva by finish, Bukauskas by finish, Hokit by KO in a parlay, and then I would parlay Pulaev money line, Derrick Lewis money line,
like
and then
long shot.
then one more fight
Justin
is going to be
Gaethje
Justin Gaethje is going to go in that parlay, but we'll get to that when we get to that fight, boys. But yeah, I mean, obviously you could say Waldo is a younger guy. He looks like to be the more skilled fighter, but that's what everybody says about anybody that fucking Derrick Lewis knocks out. Yeah. So like I said,
Rodrigo Nascimento.
Yeah,
people picking that.
And the Teixeira. Yeah, that fucking guy, Taliesin Teixeira. But yeah,
I would not want to get tagged by the Black Beast, bro.
Derrick Lewis is live at any moment, so plus money, I'ma run it. But moving on to the co-main event, we got Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong.
This is tough and ridiculous, to be completely honest. I'm probably gonna go with Sean O'Malley. Guys, I like Song Yadong. I picked him in his last fight against Henry Cejudo, but I just think that you give Sean O'Malley a striker, I think he'll do much better. I think he's got something to prove. I do think that he is taking fighting more seriously now than I ever saw him in the past. I see a lot less social media shit from him these days. Like, it actually seems like he's probably more focused. Song Yadong might shoot some takedowns, but Sean O'Malley is a lot more likely to have takedown defense on him as opposed to like Umar or Merab. So in a striking matchup, I definitely like Sean O'Malley here. As much as I have been on his ass, I do pick him here.
Yeah. Sean O'Malley let us down big time before, and we used to like him a lot more in the past, let's just say that. But I will say, if you look at what Song Yadong has done in his career versus Sean O'Malley, you gotta just go Sean O'Malley here. I think he's the better striker than Song Yadong by a long shot. I think even if Song Yadong tries to take this to the ground, that I don't think his ground game is going to be enough to hold somebody like Sean O'Malley down for the entire fight and win it that way. So I'm going to go Sean O'Malley here. Don't know if I bet it, but
I wouldn't bet it, bro.
Just at pick wise, I'm taking Sean O'Malley. But that brings us to the main event: Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. And I'm on Justin Gaethje. I think Paddy Pimblett doesn't suck. I'm not gonna say that, but the fights that he's had to get to this spot, I think Justin Gaethje beats all of the people that Paddy Pimblett beats probably easier than Paddy Pimblett. Like, Justin Gaethje has more experience. Sure, his chin could be questionable at this age, but he's been through the ringer with a bunch of fighters. He's been in championship fights, 5-round fights, went against all different types of fighters. And I think the fact that he could still hang in there with somebody like Fiziev, that I think Fiziev gives Paddy Pimblett a fucking run for his money. I don't think that's an easy fight for Pimblett. So I'm going to take Justin Gaethje here, especially at plus money. I feel like it's another value type of play to the fact that he's plus 190 or whatever, when realistically he should probably be favorited, in my opinion. But I think Justin Gaethje can get this done.
Yeah, boys, this is going to have to be the first time where I disagree. The 2026 UFC season, I'm going to have to pick Paddy Pimblett here. The one thing I will definitely say is that Justin Gaethje is 100% live to win this fight. I don't think Paddy Pimblett is necessarily a lock. Justin Gaethje is probably more well-rounded, probably has the better strength of schedule, all those things. Well, not probably, definitely has the better strength of schedule. The thing that I like about Paddy Pimblett is the fact that his age, he's to the point where he's going to continue to grow in between fights at this age. But the most important thing is, without glazing him too hard and making the McGregor comparisons and shit like that, there is something to be said about a fighter in Pimblett or Conor McGregor's situation at the time of their peak of fame, where they had that confidence in their self to where they just believed they could fuck everybody up and run whatever they wanted to. And like, I just feel like that probably will open more opportunities in a fight where there might be some over delusion of confidence, even in a certain sense, maybe with Paddy Pimblett, where he will, you know, unjustifiably think that he's better than Justin Gaethje. I just think when you have that level of confidence on your side and the whole company's behind you, you're doing all these interviews and shit with people, and it's not like he's like lazy at training or something. Like, Paddy Pimblett's always gets in fantastic shape. He's always training. I just personally don't think that this is going to be the fight that he loses. I think Arman Tsarukyan or Max Holloway or any of these guys take him out. But I have just not really been super impressed with Justin Gaethje over the last few years, if I had to be honest, and I'm gonna definitely pick Pimblett here.
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna say that Justin Gaethje has been, you know,
he's not in his prime.
Yeah, he's not in his prime, but I feel like the fight with Max Holloway, obviously he lost and got knocked out brutally at the end of that fight. But if they didn't point down to the mat and do that shit was going the distance, and he would have lost the decision. And then he comes back and he beats Fiziev, who isn't the best fighter in the division, but he's still in the top 10. He's still a good fighter in that sense. And I think like Pimblett, like fighting, I honestly think he should have lost to Jared Gordon. He goes and beats Tony Ferguson, who everybody was gonna beat at that time. He beats Michael Chandler, who is pretty fucked. Like, at that age, Michael Chandler just fights. He doesn't even give a fuck about winning. He's just going in there and swinging. And he's become an easy fight for a lot of people. Justin Gaethje has been around. He's fought better guys. So I think the experience, and he does have pretty good, decent powers still. And I just don't fuck with how Paddy Pimblett's always fighting with his chin.
Yeah, he is live to get caught.
He is live to get caught by a fucking Justin Gaethje hook and get dropped. But we'll see, boys. We're going to have the live reaction for y'all anyway. It's going to be one hell of a card, boys. We're going in this shit heavy. Guns blazing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the live reaction, guys. Like we said, we're excited to be back recording the videos. UFC taking like 6 weeks off is kind of bullshit every single year, but we're just excited for a clean slate. 2025, we never really did like a year recap or anything, but I would say it was probably one of the greatest years of fights compared to like 2024 or 2023. It was a very stacked year, and I just hope that with these Paramount and the UFC card, for crying out loud, that we get some gems this year, boys, and we're just excited for this shit to be back.
Yeah, boys, GCMMA is back in this bitch, and we hope y'all enjoyed the video.
GCMMA out.
See y'all, boys.